This Map First Impressions video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Map First Impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at the Pacific Northwest 19. So this map first came out in Farm Sim 17, and I really did enjoy this map. Didn't have an opportunity to play on it, but I really did enjoy the concept. What you see here in the preview picture is the lower plains area, which is pretty much set up for large, square, flat fields. And then from the vantage that we are looking down, kind of in the upper Highlands area, the hilly region, where there are a lot of smaller, a little bit more irregular shaped fields, but definitely much smaller fields. So this map is kind of like the tale of two maps. We have the big flat, traditional quote American map in the lowlands, and we have a bit of a European style, or shockingly something that most people don't realize, maybe kind of a eastern U.S. type looking rural, hilly map in the north area of the Highlands. This map has all the standard features of Farm Sim 19. There are 35 fields, 3 small grass areas, and to give you a sense of the size differentials, the fields range in size from 0.45 hectares all the way up to 20.7. See that there is definitely going to be fields for everyone's taste and every style of equipment. This map is available for all platforms as of the release date. And without that, let's just go ahead and move on in our Mahindra standard suite of map reviewing mods. Go ahead and pull up the log here. Map loads up lickety split, error free, warning free. We are all good to go. And here we are, guys, on the Pacific Northwest. Take a look at the map here. First thing you may notice is this dashed line. This is a train line. Kind of rolls around the upper northern part of the map. This is the northern Highlands area where all the small fields are located. Have the southern plains area, if you will, of all of the larger, flatter fields. So we start out by owning the main farm area here and fields 11, 12, and 13. Also have a sheep area that has been put down, but there are no other animal areas owned at the start. Take a look here at the sell points. You can see that there are 4 main sell points here on the map that sell all of our crops, or that accept all of our crops. We also have a sell point for cotton. We have 2 sell points for wool, 3 sell points for milk, and 3 sell points for eggs. But do note that one of these sell points that accepts eggs does not accept milk, and one of the milk sell points does not accept eggs. Typically, we may see in maps where both of these fill types are accepted in the same sell point, but there is a little bit of difference here. Other than the BGA, which we can purchase, there are also 2 sell points that accept silage, hay, straw, and grass. And then we have the garden center, which accepts manure, digestate, and slurry. See a list of our starting equipment, all fairly well maintained and has low operating hours, and nothing is leased from the beginning. While we do have a sheep pen, we do not start with any sheep, and we have transport contracts as well as fieldwork contracts. Field 14, 4.3 hectares, field 10, 3.94. So these are 2 of the smaller fields up on the northern section of the map. Let's take a look at those. 14 and what was it, 10? So it's 10 and 14 is right there. We do have our standard crops here on the map, no added crop types. And you would pretty much assume that with respect to this map being available for platform or consoles. So if we take a look here at the garage, see we have the Massey Ferguson 5610 and the John Deere 6135 as part of our starting equipment. So our starting tractors range in horsepower from 105 to 142 horsepower. We have the John Deere 560 harvester with grain header. We have the AgriLiner trailer tipper. We have the POH 5 plow, the Vanderstand R300S seeder. We have the Kuhn sprayer. We have water tank, universal bucket, and loader arms. We also have a pallet fork and a bale spike to go with those loader arms. We have a header trailer, weight, and we have our sheep pasture here. Our grain silo bin, easy shed 1, easy shed 1, 3 easy sheds, vehicle workshop, barn, some decorations around here, and our farmhouse. Now, I will tell you that if we start this map on new farmer mode or farm manager mode, this whole area here is empty. So the fact that you can sell all of these things in new farmer mode means you could also buy these in all the other gameplay modes and place them. None of this area here in our starting farm exists the way it looks, other than the fences here in the other play modes. So that is nice to see. I really like seeing that particular aspect of the map. Let's take a look. I don't think there's going to be any custom areas here in the placeables because we didn't see any in the shop as owned equipment, but we'll go ahead and check. Yep, all pretty standard Farm Sim 19 vehicles. And with that, let's just go ahead and kind of tour a little bit around the main farm area here. We've kind of come down the hill here. We've got our farm silo, one of our easy sheds with our header trailer, our seeder, and our fertilizer sprayer. Our harvester is actually set up by one of the fields that's ready to harvest already. Interesting that the header trailer isn't up there with it. Got our front loader arms and attachments. Interesting that they are red. So I would assume that our Massey Ferguson tractor has the front loader attachments. Got our maintenance shed here, and then just decorative building. We have a couple pallets of seed and fertilizer here to start out with. 4 pallets of seed and 2 pallets of fertilizer. Now, I do have a mod installed. Well, not really a mod, but some custom textures in place that cause these pallets to look different. Your pallets will look as they normally do. Our farmhouse there. We have our Massey Ferguson tractor. Let's go ahead and check that out and see if it has indeed the loader arm attachments. Does indeed. Red weight. And I believe this is where, yep, we're going to find our harvester, our header, and our tractor and our trailer. And we do have, well, we've got some airplane traffic flying overhead up here. Go ahead and run across the street and check out the sheep pen we have. Looks like we also start with some bales. Pretty sweet. All ready to go. Ready to feed our sheep from the get-go. It looks like we have 8 bales of hay, water trailer, and of course we have, this is just a standard Farm Sim 19 sheep placeable. We don't really need to go into details as to where those triggers are for that. Field 12 is a grass area. Very nice. So let's go ahead and get our Mahindra. Set up. Now, before we go down and get that, let's go ahead and set up for flyover. I think this map really should, we should really take that time and do kind of an aerial above kind of initial exploration. Then since we do have a rideable train, we'll go ahead and jump in the train, take a spin around the northern loop on the train, and then we'll do the proper Mahindra driving tour. All right, so let's go ahead and take to the skies. Do us for now. See where the ledge is, right here at the edge of the farm, and then we have kind of a snaking road makes its way down into the lowlands. And just kind of loop around the upper northern section, and then we'll go down southern area of the map. There's our BGA there in the bottom of the valley. Might have a fill point there for lime. Railroad tracks kind of coming up the incline. Got kind of a dirt road there, kind of snaking its way down. We have a sell point over here that is a train and a dump station. So this is a train and a vehicle dump station. Here we have clearly what is a structured forestry farm. I like how we've got different. You can see we have different age of trees. The shorter trees, the taller trees, and the larger trees. Clearly not meant to be a natural forest. This is meant to be a managed kind of forested area. All that the whole name is currently completely going by my completely escaping me, so to speak. Got another sell point here. Also looks to be a train transfer station, and we can transfer product onto the train. There's a cell dump. There's the cell dump. Have a spot up here for placeables. So you could buy this area up here and put your own farm down. Maybe if you play this map in multiplayer, you can have yourself another area up here for another farm. Their dump station, nice smoke effects going on there. See where the train starts to make its way down. Another road snaking its way down the valley. Drop down on over here. We've got sawmill. Horse training area. Then we open up here to the large flat fields of the plains, if you will. Another flat space over here where we could build out a large vehicle farm down here in the lowlands. Over here, side, large, spacious fields. You know, if I'm trying to remember when this map came out in 17 with respect to the Big Bud. I think the Big Bud was out before this. This was an excellent map where you could use the Big Bud. Got kind of the town region. Laid out town. Shop. For Mahindra. Train makes us all the way down here to the valley. Train transfer station down here. Have a third placeable area over here on this side. So the map could be easily set up for four or five multiplayer farms. The way it's set up right now. A couple that could utilize the northern area and a couple that could utilize the southern area of the map. Alright, let's swing back over here to the shop. And like I said, we're going to get in the Mahindra. No, we're not going to do that. well, let me think. We're going to get back here to the shop. Then we're going to jump in the train, make our way around the train, then jump into our Mahindra. That's what we're doing. There we are. So let's tab around a bit. Zoom on out. Coming around the northern part of the map now to this northern cell point. Managed tree farm that we talked about. Seeing a few of these ramps around to kind of load up maybe the logs on the train. Load up something in the flatbed. Bridge here. Ramps. Crossed. You know, the northern area isn't flat at all, whereas the southern plains area is flat. Like I said, it's kind of the tale of two maps. To really, you know, if you like hilly terrain, hilly fields, smaller fields, then you'll probably like the upper part of the map. If you like large, flat, square stuff, then you'll like the lower part of the map, maybe. You know, other than feeling that maybe the rest of the map is a complete waste of your desired playstyle, really fit multiple players very well. Somebody that maybe wants to dabble in some big stuff can go down and dabble with maybe some contracts, whereas other folks could make their livelihood down south and occasionally dabble with a few smaller contracts north also. We are making our way down side of the ridge here. Got a bit of a riding trail or something down here on the side too. Respect to the horses. The bridge. Interesting cranes there. We had a pair of cranes like bring stuff up and off the boat or lower it down to a like a barge. And here we start our climb back up the northern part, northern Highlands area. Like this little detail where we kind of have the railroad tracks kind of cut through part of the hillside. And here we are, pretty much coming back up to where we got on the train in the first place. All right, let's jump down here to the shop. Start taking a little tour around with the Mahindra. So we've got our shop trigger in here. So if you like to play the game where you come in here and use the triggers, you can come up to this sales associate and hit the shop trigger there. Or if you're going to be out here, you need to talk to the service guy, turn some stuff. Got your service, your repair, and your customize trigger there. Get in the Mahindra. Let's pull up the PDA. And I guess since we're already down here in the lowlands, let's go ahead and just explore the lowlands first. We'll go and explore the Highlands there. top. There you can see our farm up there. Little view. So let's first take a look and see at some of these field prices. I know I didn't do that in the beginning. So we have big old field 35, $1.4 million. Field 33, $876,000. Field 32, $652,000. We've got these long, narrow fields over here. All are about $500,000 or so. BGA is $400,000 basically. Got smaller areas here. This used to be a fill station with all these fill triggers. Got a couple small little bits of land here, $9,000 and $6,000. Got placeable areas. This whole shop and everything. $175,000 basically for a town. And this is something interesting that I noticed here on the map. We've got basically the land that you can't own, if you will, the non-buyable land has been set with a price of 0. So we can go ahead and buy that if we want. Now we kind of own the river, kind of own hillsides and everything. So if we did want to do some terraforming, let's say over here, and for some reason, we were having issues over here, basically buy this whole area here for $0 and make use of it. Here is that placeable area that I was trying to find earlier, $105,000. Got another one up here. Is $93,000. One over here that is a part of Field 31, which is $464,000. Let's head on here to the port silo and lime station. So this is not a sell point. This is pretty much a transfer station. Basically transfer product from the train, the trailer, or the trailer to the train. You could also store product in there if you wanted to. Here's your lime fill trigger. Hit the fence. Little forested area, but not, that's not too much. It's not going to profit you too much, but you could obviously buy that and expand your fields out. Here's that area that's attached to Field 31. We talked about being $400-some thousand. And then we have the BGA. And you can buy the little bit of land here behind the BGA. So here we have the digestate tank, stirrer. Got our trigger there for our digester, which is here in the ground. Not sure if we can dump a trailer into that or if we need to a conveyor or a bucket. As it is on the ground, it kind of leads you to the hope it's a trailer. And let's just check and see our triggers. So there's our trigger for that silage bunker. Bunker 2 and silage bunker 3. Lots of light, so there should be no problem at all compacting this here in the middle of the night. There would be kind of a back way in if you came down the windy road. Probably not going to get an opportunity to take that route because we still have some areas over here that we need to explore, but that would have been a pretty slick, interesting way of getting up into the upper area. Make our way back across town. I was looking at the PDA. We took out a street sign. Here we have our fuel depot. Like the details there on the back, the mechanics area. Have another one of our sell points. Kind of a tight area to get in here. Got to get in between these two buildings. Maybe back in between these two buildings. But to get to your dump point, across the street we have what looks like possibly the garden center. Its dump station. Here, one that looks like we could pull through. Out the other side. Got our hot dog stand. Our whale skeleton. Another sell point in town here. Again, it looks like we can pull through. This must be like a little park. Volleyball court back there. This guy must have had some vandals with his mailbox, because that mailbox is not falling over. I have to spin around here because we are now coming into the road. I'll have to go across the bridge over the river here. Other side of the low area. And something else that I noticed on this map when I was first taking a look at it is map author has these just general hotspots here around the map that are basically shaped of octagons or six-sided gons. whatever shape that is, a six-sided gon. So we could visit there, which is, you know, placeable area down here. There is another one up here to the north. Six-sided gons. This placeable up here. One over here at kind of the tree farm. Right there. And then down here in the south east of the map, we have another forest. The six-sided gon is going to be taking us. I thought that was interesting. I wanted to point that out to you guys. Maybe it's a hexagon. Maybe that's the name of it. I'm sure you guys will quickly correct me. Just like any town that you're unfamiliar with, you could easily kind of get lost in the roads. Nice. Got a house here that's kind of got their own dock on the waterfront. Go up and over the bridge. $5 miles per hour through here. I believe down south all we have is that that viable land. Folks just kind of walk around here at the church. Our fields this side. Make our way up here because we have the sawmill up here. I believe we have the spinnery. Diner. Beach. Cool. So here we have one of our hay, straw, and grass, probably silage, sell points. Another lime, fill, silo for animal dealer. One up here. There's our cash machine for if we need to use the ATM. Here to buy our animals. Animal trigger. Of course, we've got a sheep pen down, so that's why it's only presenting us with sheep purchase option. Behind there, we've kind of have the horse training area, the horse corral, such. Another one of our sell points. Round. Here. I guess technically that was an entrance that we came into. It says it is, what is this? What does this sign say? It says Western Sugar Processing Plant. All right, so this is going to obviously be somewhere where we bring our sugar cane and our sugar beets to. Oh, you traffic monger. Oh, are you kidding me, people? Well, think they own the roads. What's up with that? Guess we'll go up the side of the mountain, side of the hill over here. Sawmill. Have our log trigger right here in front of these two light poles, and then we have our wood chip trigger here in behind. Jump in cab. Do a little bit of driving around like this. Have a fair amount of air traffic. Got another plane up there. Around there, we got another hot dog hamburger stand. And here we have what I am assuming is going to be our spinnery wool sell point. Let's just go ahead and verify this. Content. All right. Spinnery. The spinnery is what's going to take our wool and cotton. Only sell point on the map that accepts cotton. Whereas the garden center also takes our wool. Let's just loop around and make our way up the mountainside. Here. Let's right our. There we go. Let's get ourselves upright. And what better way to drive up the side of a hillside? Do it in cab, in person, with bigger time. And look out over the edge. I don't know if this wooden fence is really going to hold us back if we come down here barreling down and lose control. Pretty steep incline. I don't know if you want to be coming up here with a load of cows. That might be kind of difficult. Like that we go under the train bridge there. Probably so easily could have been just a a train crossing as opposed to going under a bridge. We pretty much have made it up to the top here, up to the hilltop. Down over the beach. Sawmill, the animal dealer, and such. And right there, continue on the road and go to the right. That is pretty much the start farm right there. But we don't need to look at that. We're going to make a left here. Make our way up to the north, west of the map. Again, this is the tale of the two maps. So now up here, we've got a little bit more irregular shaped fields going on. Fields are hillier, a little more random variation to the terrain. Sell point, one of the sell points, this one, is the Timberline flour mill. Timberline flour mill is going to accept pretty much all of our standard crops here, with the exception of our root crops. Are busy cooking something. There. Here. Into this placeable area. Put down, pretty much whatever we wanted. Nice large area. Look, I don't know if we looked at the price of this. Look, price of this area is $96,000, $93,600. Very large area. You could definitely have yourself a second farm up here in multiplayer. I think the airplane flies right overhead. So hope you're a pretty sound sleeper. Might find it a little difficult to keep up your energy, not being able to sleep through the night. Across here. Here we have another train transfer station. We can transfer product to and from the train. Also store product here in the silo. Then specifically, we have another dump sell point over here. Heard the plane. I don't see it. Oh. Have to get me a new Mahindra after today. I've been sideswiped twice. Had a head-on collision. Gas station there. And another placeable area. Even noticed that in the flyover. Another area here that we could put stuff down in. I like how a couple of these placeable areas are set up, you know, like they've not been cared for a while. Gonna have some brush growth going on. And of course, in 19, we can just get rid of the brush growth and everything. So, to use this area, we would have to buy field 20 in the area around it, $321,000. Water trigger there also. Making our way around where we saw that that supposed lime fill station here at the intersection. Yep. Go. Way up here to the northern area where we had that train sell point and the trailer sell point. This is also where you could get that that dirt road winds its way down the side of the hill, side of the mountain. Here, loop, sell point, train dump point if you're going to bring your product up here on a train. For a southern farmer down in the lowlands, and you wanted to come up here, you might not want to bring one trailer load. You might want to save it up, add a train load, ride the train up, sell your products. Let's see. That, guys, is pretty much it. It is the Pacific Northwest 19. And this map is available for all platforms as of the release. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of the map. I kind of like it. Thinking about maybe doing something here on this map. I didn't get an opportunity to play it in 17, and I kind of want to have that opportunity, but to play it in. Look, there's the valley down there. I know this map, some folks just don't get it, just don't like it at all. So different from north to south. I think that is kind of what gives the map its character. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of the Pacific Northwest? It's a map you played in 17? If so, are you going to play it again in 19? Or is this not a map you didn't play in 19 or 17? Or are you going to play it in 19? Until next time, happy farming.